ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
County health officials say they have detected the Mu variant here in San Diego. Thanks for joining us. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. The strain of COVID-19 has been getting attention after it was named a variant of interest by the World Health Organization. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo is joining us now live and shows us when this variant first showed up in the county. Laura?
County officials say the cases here in our county date back to April and May, but say that since then, of the cases that have been genome sequenced, the Mu variant has taken a backseat to Delta. San Diego County health officials have detected 43 cases of the Mu variant, 24 of those cases among county residents. The others were not. This news comes just one day after LA County reported 167 cases of the variant.
I think that there's just been more focus because of the resurgence of cases in other parts of the world.
For comparison, 2,344 Delta variant cases have been detected to date among San Diego County residents. The county says the Mu cases were actually discovered back in April and May.
At the same time, actually, that the Delta variant was detected, but the Mu variant didn't take off. Not like what happened with Delta.
Dr. Seema Shah is the medical director for epidemiology and immunization services at the county. The variant was detected through genome sequencing, but hasn't been found since among sequenced positive cases.
And we do sequencing on as many specimens as we can. And we're actually one of the most sequenced counties in the U.S.
As Dr. Shah points out, while the World Health Organization has called Mu a variant of interest, the CDC has not, although officials say they are keeping an eye on it.
In the World Health Organization, they're looking at a very global view of things, understandably. But the CDC is looking at what is happening in the United States.
Dr. Shah says vaccines are still the best way to avoid any variant. And while Mu is still on their radar, Delta is still dominant.
We want to decrease the chance that some unusual mutation will render all of that ineffective.
Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci said earlier this week that the Mu variant does not present an immediate threat to the U.S. right now and says that all indications are that our current vaccines still offer significant protection. Live in Chula Vista, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Laura. These latest developments are part of the reason President Biden will be hitting the airwaves tomorrow. Biden is set to address the country and lay out a new strategy against COVID. The new plan will likely include testing and mandates for schools and workplaces. There will also likely be an easier way for businesses to require proof of vaccination.
For months, most Americans who got sick with COVID could get treated for free, but no more. Now people who get hospitalized with the coronavirus could be on hook for thousands of dollars. By the end of September, an estimated 78% of the nation's largest health plans will be back to normal billing for COVID treatments.
With these cost-sharing waivers expiring, more and more people who are hospitalized are going to face significant medical bills that could lead to additional financial instability.
The cost of COVID testing is also beginning to change. Tests ordered by a doctor remain free, but insurers can charge for routine screenings. That might include weekly testing at work sites and at schools. Massive studies being done on a molecular level. Scientists at UCSD, they are using mini lungs to find the best way to treat respiratory diseases, including COVID. Our ABC 10 News reporter Ryan Hill takes us into the lab to reveal the science.
It's a stark white room filled with scientists in white coats at UC San Diego, working in the name of science and helping people.
When the pandemic hit, we really wanted to be a part of something that would help the community.
Courtney Tyndall is one of the researchers with the humanoid core team at the university, which specializes in finding better ways of doing disease modeling and clinical trials. In March 2020, their team keyed on their new mission: find a better way to understand and possibly treat COVID.
So let's test therapeutics in actual human cells before going to clinical trials, because it seems like mouse models and things like that usually lead us down the wrong path.
To be able to do that, they created and developed something called mini lungs.
We actually have lungs in the dish.
So how do you create something like that?
Literally take a pretty large piece of tissue from a human, we break that tissue up into single cells, we put it in a dish, and with the stem cells they grow into these structures that look like little mini organs.
So they're testing how different therapeutics work and react to the virus that are in the mini lungs. It's a mission that research associates like Vanessa Castillo are more than willing to sign up for.
I volunteered at a hospital during this pandemic, so I had firsthand experience of seeing what COVID was doing to patients and knowing that my research would one day hopefully help with this treatment and not actually have to have live humans as a model. Definitely was an eye-opening experience.
These mini lungs may not only be a big breakthrough for this pandemic, but possible other ones.
Learning that there's new variants has definitely just pushed me to being like, okay, what's the next step? How can we help the community now?
Ryan Hill, ABC 10 News.
And Ryan tells us the team recently had their findings published in the Scientific Research Forum. They still plan to study COVID, possible treatments, and hope to dive deep into the long-haul impacts of the virus. While the world is focused on COVID, medical experts are warning not to forget about flu season. Doctors do worry that a bad flu season could put more stress on hospitals already packed with COVID patients. In fact, researchers at the University of Pittsburgh did mathematical modeling. Worst case scenario, they say 600,000 people would be hospitalized for flu. That's 3 times more than normal. So to avoid that, they are urging people to get the flu shot. And we're also learning the Marines injured in an accident in Riverside County. They were heading to Camp Pendleton. According to a major from the 1st Marine Division, a convoy was traveling from 29 Palms to Pendleton this afternoon for an exercise. That's when a 7-ton truck towing artillery went off the 215 and down an embankment. 5 Marines went to the hospital with minor injuries. The cause of the accident is under investigation.
Another round of these hot summer nights coming tomorrow, which means a statewide flex alert will also be in place. Californians are asked to keep energy usage low to keep the power grid stable on these hot evenings, and the alert lasts tomorrow again from 4 to 9 p.m. Meteorologist Angelica Campos has been tracking the heat all afternoon. She is joining us now with what's to come. Angelica.
Hi, Kim. You can see why it's such an issue. We have heat advisories extending just south of San Francisco all the way down to San Diego. Here locally, we do have this heat advisory already in effect. It is going to continue through the end of the day on Friday, so the heat is going to be a problem even into the weekend. The heat advisory ends, but the heat will continue. Tonight, temperatures are in the mid-60s in Ramona, providing some relief after daytime highs in the low 90s today. One of the hottest places was Santee with a high of 96 degrees. I'll show you what to expect for the rest of the week in this 7-day forecast.
Angelica, thank you. And you can stay on top of the heat and any future flex alerts with the ABC 10 News app. It is free in the App Store.
The county's former chief medical officer is suing San Diego County for wrongful termination. Dr. Nick Ifanides was a familiar face at the beginning of the pandemic, but by last October, he says he hit a wall. He took a 4-week medical leave of absence to deal with insomnia, depression, and anxiety. His lawsuit claims county leadership viewed him as damaged goods when he returned, and he was fired in March.
I believe this can happen to any of my heroic colleagues that are still in the trenches serving our region. And so for this reason, I have decided to take legal action and to hold the county accountable.
ABC 10 News reached out to the county. A spokesperson said they will not comment on pending litigation. A reward for information on a shooting that injured a 16-year-old near San Diego State, now up to $10,000. San Diego police say the teenager was hurt last month after leaving a party in the college area. They say he and a friend were harassed by a group of 20 to 30 college-aged men. One of the men fired a gun. The teenager was hit by bullet fragments, putting him in the hospital with eye damage that could be permanent. Investigators only have a vague description of the men said to be involved.
There is less than 1 week until the California recall election, and today Vice President Kamala Harris campaigned for Governor Gavin Newsom. This was at an event in the Bay Area. Harris called the governor a courageous leader. President Biden is also expected to campaign for Newsom early next week, and former President Obama just released a video sharing his support for Newsom today. The latest polls show California voters are likely to reject the recall effort. A small group of recall supporters gathered this afternoon on College Boulevard near Highway 76 in Oceanside. They waved those flags and held up signs supporting Republican candidate Larry Elder. And speaking of Elder, he got a rude reception today in Venice. People, including a woman wearing that gorilla mask. They threw eggs at Elder and his staff. Several people also got physically aggressive towards Elder's team. He was whisked away in an SUV. Polls show Elder is the leading candidate to replace Newsom if the governor is recalled. And we will have complete coverage on Election Day next Tuesday right here on ABC 10. You can also stay up to date by downloading the 10 News app on devices including Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, your computer, or your phone.